College News, brought to you by the Murray State News.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the College News. I'm Ashley Craig. There were no new COVID-19 cases reported on campus this week. Way to go, Racers. One of the reasons for the decline in COVID cases is because more people on campus are getting vaccinated. Joy Reynolds tells us about his experience receiving the shot.
On April 12th, the wait will be over for most college students, as they'll finally be able to get their COVID-19 shots. Many are already starting to look for places to get their first dose.
Thanks to my job, I'm classified as an essential worker, so I was able to get my vaccine just a few hours ago as I'm filming this. With the majority of college students being eligible very soon, I decided that I should share my experience to give you a guide on how to get vaccinated.
Step 1 is figuring out where you can get your shot. Kentucky has over 500 vaccination sites and counting, including state-run regional vaccination sites and local pharmacies. We have 2 of these sites in Callaway County, Walgreens on Main Street, as well as the regional vaccine site in the CFSB Center. Now that you've figured out where to get your doses, it's time to schedule an appointment. Just log on to the website for your location, verify some eligibility and medical information, and you can schedule an appointment, if any are available.
I decided to get my vaccine at Walgreens. Now, I wasn't able to film inside to show you the process, but I promise it's super simple. All you have to do is show your ID, hopefully yours wasn't pixelated like mine is, do a little bit of paperwork, and in less than 30 minutes, you'll be in and out with your vaccination and, this is the important part, your vaccination record card. You'll need to make sure you keep on hold of this. This makes sure that when you come back for your second appointment, they know you've had your first dose and you're ready for your second one, telling you what vaccine you've had and where and when. Now, for your second appointment, you just repeat that process and that's it. You've boosted your immunity and you've done your part to help stop the COVID-19 pandemic.
Due to Kentucky's new 60% limit for indoor places, the Wellness Center has increased their capacity limit. Staff will allow 100 people in the facility. If students come while capacity is reached, they will be asked to wait. With capacity increased, 20 students are able to be in the workout areas. 3-on-3 basketball will begin soon, and staff is hopeful for more. Everyone is still required to wear a mask at all times. Ian Puckett was recently elected as the new SGA President on campus. Gage Simpson sat down one-on-one with Puckett to see what he has planned for his term as president.
I would love, during my time as SGA President, to build a bridge to various student organizations and try to send a strong and clear message to every university in the nation, especially to the Commonwealth, that this is an institution that is inclusive. I just want to make sure that in a world full of chaos and hatred and racism and xenophobia and homophobia and all of these really real problems, that Murray State is a campus that is free from it.
Murray State has opened Regents Fellowship applications for a second year. The fellowship is designed to help foster a more diverse and inclusive learning environment by helping students from underrepresented minority groups. Recipients will receive a $7,500 stipend and a $1,000 per semester scholarship. Applications are open until April 2nd. After interviews, the winners will be announced by July 1st. A former Murray State president has resigned after coming under fire after allegedly mishandling a Title IX case at Louisiana State University. F. King Alexander, who is currently president of Oregon State University, has resigned after allegedly mishandling Title IX cases involving an LSU coach. Alexander was president of Murray State from 2001 to 2005. King's father, Kern Alexander, also served as Murray State's president from 1994 to 2001. It has been a week of ups and downs for Racer athletics. Here's Joy Reynolds with this week's Racer Rundown.
We start with a massive shakeup for Racer basketball. 3 players, Breon Whitley, Chico Carter Jr., and Damon Robinson, have announced they will be entering the transfer portal and will be leaving the Racers. Also, Devin Gilmore will be leaving. The senior guard has decided he won't be using his extra year of eligibility and will leave to pursue a professional basketball career. We wish all 4 of them the best and thank them for their amazing performances for the Racers. On to football, where the Racers look to retain their undefeated streak against Tennessee State. The Tigers would strike first with a touchdown by Sean McCauley. The Racers would immediately respond with a 56-yard touchdown by Daquan Dallas and would dominate from there. The Racers would control the game from all sides of the ball, capping it off with a beautiful pick six by Marvin Pierre. The game would end with a final score of 35-13. The Racers are now 4-0 on the season, their best start since 1995, and are now 19th in the country. Racer Baseball hosted Jacksonville State Gamecocks this week for a 3-game series. Game 1 would be won by the Racers 3-2. Game 2 would be an unusual one. Both teams with major pitching problems, 13 pitchers being used between the two teams. The Gamecocks will win that game 16-11, and the Racers would dominate Game 3, winning 11-0 in only 7 innings. Some more scores from the past week. Softball had a good weekend at SIU Edwardsville. They swept the 3-game series, including a 5-4 win on Sunday. Women's soccer traveled to Jacksonville State. They will be handed their first loss of the season. Women's tennis cruised to their first victory in OVC play against Belmont, 5-2. Volleyball fell to Tennessee Tech Monday night, 3-2. Women's track and field had a great season opener at SIU Edwardsville. They placed 4 athletes in the top 20 in the East Regions. Men's golf scored 8th place at the Bobby Nicholas Invitational, and the women were 7th at the Bama Beach Bash. Here's the Racers' upcoming schedule. As you can see, a very busy week coming up. Women's track will be hosting the Margaret Simmons Invite on Friday and Saturday. Women's soccer just kicked off their game against Tennessee Tech as we're recording this. They're up 1-0 in the 28th minute. They'll be heading to SIU Edwardsville on Friday at 7 p.m. Baseball and softball will both have a 3-game series over the weekend, softball hosting Tennessee State and baseball heading to Memphis. Women's tennis will continue OVC play hosting Jacksonville State Saturday, and the undefeated Racer football team look to keep the streak alive against Eastern Illinois Sunday. Volleyball will be on the road against SEMO Sunday, and so will golf. The women will head to Chattanooga, and the men will be in Mercer. That's this week's Racer Rundown. As always, you can get more information at thenews.org. Football school! Football school!
That's it for this week. From all of us here at the College News, thanks for watching. And don't forget, Tuesday is a non-instructional day. Have a great week.